Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
I'm leaving New York again. Hello, this is Taylor. And ever since I have been doing YouTube full time. Okay, well, let's back up. So for those who don't know, I was a management consultant. I quit that job. I've been doing YouTube full time in the meantime, but I do have another corporate job lined up that I start in a couple months. Recap over. So since this sort of interim period started where I've been doing YouTube full time, I've constantly gone between wanting to stay in New York and making these sort of New York centric videos that I've been hoping to make for so long now because I finally have the time to dedicate to them. Or should I just be traveling the whole time because I have the time to do that now and I'm in between jobs and like when will I get that chance again? And then it finally dawned on me, why not both? Yes, if I'm traveling a lot, I won't be able to post quite as often, but I can make travel videos. So I'm heading to JFK Airport in a couple hours. My mom's gonna meet me there, and you may or may not know, depending on how many of my videos you've seen, but we really enjoy taking spontaneous trips together, and this is gonna be a good one. She's on the plane as we speak from Los Angeles to here, and where are we going, you might wonder? Well, by the looks of things, we are gonna be flying first class from JFK to Tel Aviv. And because this was so last minute, we literally decided to do this yesterday. How much is that gonna cost me? About $179. I wish I had this great travel hack that I could share with you guys so you could do the same thing. But as you guys, once again, may or may not know, my dad was a pilot for Delta, and so that comes with amazing travel benefits. I have flown totally for free for most of my life. And then once I turned 24, I have to pay this little fee called yield fare. But yeah, that little fee is, you know, $179 round trip to Tel Aviv. So, and how did we decide Tel Aviv? Well, the way that my mom and I like to travel is by looking at how many open seats there are on certain flights, and that flight had a lot of open seats. I've never been to the Middle East, she hasn't either, and we figured, why not? So I'm gonna pack and I will see you guys at the airport. Back at the airport. Let's go find Clear. That was probably a record time for security. Clear is the way to go. Don't mind if I do. I think this is officially the lounge that I've been to the most. JFK Delta Sky Lounge.
What you doing, Taylor?
So, we're landing in the morning and we need to find a place to stay. So we're eating cookies, drinking some gin, finding a locale.
Nothing like traveling standby, is there?
Want to say hi to the people? You're now a recurring guest. This is Mama Turtle, better known
Yeah, videographer.
videographer extraordinaire. Here we go.
I remember when we said everything will happen, and we knew we'd never fail. We would never.
Here we are. Wow, I've never been in the full-on pods before. Have you?
Where they get no.
Yeah,
Usually
like
they
with
don't
this much
have these
separation.
open and close things. Ooh. When I get tired of talking to you, I can raise it then, huh?
Sounds good. Let's get started. Just got our menu. Gonna make my entree selection. Little mimosa action. He said champagne or orange juice, and I said, ¿Por qué no los dos? Alright guys, taking off shortly. We made our dinner selections. I'm getting, well, you'll see. Got a little mimosa. And just settling. And as you can see here, my mom just said, F the orange juice. Night night. Alrighty, there's not too much to see here, but I figured I'd give you an official tour anyway. So of course, this is a completely lay flat seat. You already saw my handy dandy cubby where I tucked in my shoes for a restful night of sleep earlier.
Up here is really just some space for stuff. So I just have my book, my wireless microphones, phone charger, some USB outlets, which my mom tried to steal from me in a heated crime of passion earlier. Big old fluffy comforter and a pillow, which I'm about to break into before we even take off. I'm also a proponent of settling in and getting level 10 cozy as soon as possible. Back here, some noise canceling headphones, some slippers that I wore to the bathroom, an amenity kit, which had, toothbrush, toothpaste, sleeping mask, earplugs, lotion, chapstick, those kind of things in it. I personally didn't think this bag was quite as swaggy as some other ones that I've seen, but I survived nonetheless, and I'm not sure I've ever spoken a more first world sentence in my entire life. Hydration is key, and finally, one mother. And that's pretty much the seat tour. Now let's get level 10 cozy. Let's also hit the like button just for fun while we're at it. Also, I just gotta say, first class and business class are expensive AF, but it's crazy how big of a difference it makes when you can actually lay flat and get some sleep on super long haul flights like this. I wouldn't be willing to drop thousands on it at this point in my career, but I could see it being something that I splurge on a little later in life during big travel trips. Until then, I will happily take my $179 seat right here or at the very back of the plane. We finally took off and I decided to read my book for a while before our dinner came out. This was just a fun beach read called Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who is the same author that wrote The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which is an incredibly popular book. I read both of them and I'm glad I did, but I am personally a bit more into kind of murder, psychological thrillers, so I switched back to that genre after finishing this one.
A little refreshment before the main meal comes out. I got half cranberry juice, half club soda with a little lime. Delicious. And I don't know what that is. All right, meal came. It comes all at once if the flight is late enough. Got a little burrata action over there. Some tomato bisque, chicken, bread. Nice.
All right, let me get your take on this in the comments. When you guys are on a flight, do you tend to gravitate towards comfort movies that you've seen a bunch of times before, or do you watch new movies? For me, I'll watch a new one if it's something that I've been meaning to see, but almost always I will watch repeats that I know and love. Oh, let's get a bite of my mom's meal here real quick. So as you see here, I'm watching the 2006 cinematic masterpiece Cars, starring Lightning McQueen. I saw this movie in theaters on my last day of school in 2nd grade, and 16 years later, oh my god, 16 years, it still stands the test of time. Cars and Ratatouille will always slap no matter how old you are. Oh, and how was the food? I thought it was great. I don't really think I'll ever be unimpressed by airplane food, to be honest, because eating a meal at 30,000 feet is just so cool to me. My expectations are not that high in the culinary department.
Hello. I just slept for like 8 hours.
Hey guys, I'm mic'd up so you guys can hear me. So we're landing very shortly. Flight attendant was nice enough to let me sit over here. This one was unoccupied. Just so I can see the landing. This is an Airbus 330-900. They said that it fits like 280 people. Insane. Landing soon. I'll show you the beaches when we land. Subscribe so you don't miss more travel, New York City, and business content. And lastly, thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. With Squarespace, you can create an amazing website to connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. Manage your members and leverage audience insights in one easy-to-use platform. Create a community on your Squarespace website with a fully integrated commenting system, plus other powerful blogging tools and extensions to help you manage inventory, streamline bookkeeping, and a ton more. You can also easily display your posts from your social media profiles to your website and vice versa. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready, go to squarespace.com/TaylorBell for 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you again, Squarespace, and until next time, Turtle out.